I'm Larry Chen. I've been shooting car culture all over the world for the past 18 years. From the best builds to the fastest races, I've seen it all. In this series, I'm highlighting the gearheads that inspire me in our generation. It's no lie to say that car culture is heavily male-dominated. So to not just break the norm, but to also surpass all expectations and succeed in an industry like this speaks volumes, especially for someone like Emilia Hartford. From drag cars to drift cars, she's done it all. Through her various media outlets, she's been empowering young women in the automotive space by simply doing what she loves most, building and driving cars. Every parent wants their child to share their hobbies, and I'm definitely no exception. I feel good knowing that someone like Amelia has the voice to inspire not just my young daughter, but also the future generation of female automotive enthusiasts. In this episode, I meet up with Amelia and a few friends to drive through the canyons in some 90s JDM legends.
I've just been going like this. Okay, here we are. We got a lot of 90s JDM cars here.
It's amazing.
So amazing. So what are we gonna do today?
Well, I'm hoping that you can tell me that.
All right, so we came all the way out here with all these awesome 90s JDM cars, and you actually have a legendary 90s JDM car yourself.
Thank you. We won't tell anyone it's a 2000, so keep it between. This was my dream build, and we actually just finished it a couple days ago in time for this. Yeah. This is a Subaru Impreza, and it has kind of been reconverted into what my dream build essentially would be. It is 2007 everything, from the knuckles to the subframes to the steering rack to everything. So it's been reconverted into more of a modern STI, but it still has the body of the, glorious GM8. And I just love that rally look. I like the high arches on fenders, and we paired it with the version 7 STI wing, and it just came together like all super nice. This has an EJ207, which was the Japanese STI engine that was shipped from Japan, rebuilt here, and then installed into this.
So underneath it is basically a 2007 STI.
Drives and handles just like one.
Including the 5-lug.
Yes.
All of it. The
All of it.
driveline, subframe, everything.
Yep. And it has the DCCD, which has the bias to go rear-wheel drive versus all-wheel drive. I have the little controller inside the car.
So I knew you had this vehicle, so I figured this would be a good time to do this sort of shoot. As you can see, it's all 90s red JDM legends. This actually started with the idea of me having a R32 GTR. That's
It's here in spirit.
1990. It's red. Unfortunately, couldn't make it for this shoot, but we got a lot of other awesome 90s red JDM cars.
This is incredible just to see these cars lined up with how they are.
We're actually going to go on a cruise. It'll just be a sight to see all of these cars. For whatever reason, people will look at it, and people who don't know will think something is going on, something special, but people who know will just, their minds will blow up.
I try to imagine what I would feel if I saw this on the freeway, and I would freak out.
This is like a throwback Initial D team, right? So they had the Red Suns, but they didn't actually have red cars in the Red Suns. Like, this should be what the Red Suns should have been.
Yeah, this is the episode that never was.
We have Ferrari, not a Ferrari, a reliable Ferrari.
Basically the supercar of what was this era.
Exactly, all aluminum, amazing, the legend, Acura NSX, or for the rest of the world, Honda NSX. 300ZX, Z32, which honestly, this has such a special place in my heart.
These are fun cars, and actually a lot of drifters, when they do 240SX mods, they take the brakes off of this car in particular.
All right, this is basically the one that everybody strips for all the good parts. And puts it on other cars, exactly. The thing about all of these cars, they're OEM plus, but I feel like yours is like a plus plus. Maybe besides the Mark IV Supra, probably the most modified thing here.
You think so? Yeah, probably.
It's had a motor swap.
Yeah, it's had an everything swap.
Continue down the line, the only rotary we have in this group, FD RX-7. This one is super cool. I've always wanted one of these.
I've always wanted one too.
This is one of the things that we were talking about before we started shooting. I would drive any one of these, including yours, every single day.
Yeah, without question.
This is basically like the 90s JDM dream car lineup.
Minus the R32.
Minus R32, but you know what this is? This is the USA special. These are cars that you could have got in the US.
That's true, that's true. So maybe yours wouldn't have counted anyways.
Yeah, and mine's not really a red, mine's more of a maroon, right? So
Well,
I feel like
the orange for my car's in question right now anyway, so.
moving down the line, this one is kind of an outlier in that this is, honestly, I think this might be the most rare one here.
You don't see a lot of these.
Mitsubishi 3000 GT VR4 V6 twin turbo all-wheel drive. This thing is a heavy beast, but it is so beautiful, and this one is in amazing condition. This is the Legend.
These are going for an insane amount of money right now, aren't they?
Yeah, and on top of that, for whatever reason, the right-hand drive ones aren't that expensive, but the left-hand drive ones
Really?
are the ones that are super expensive. This one is in really good condition, plus this one also is a hardtop.
And over the course of the few years, not only the prices of cars have gone up, but trying to buy a 2J is very difficult nowadays.
Yeah, you don't even need to motor swap a 2J into it because that's the thing to do now, right?
Yeah.
If you have a tuner car, you want to put a 2J into it. This came with a 2J. These are cool, but we're here at your shop. I wanted to check out some of your most recent builds, and maybe you can fill us in on a couple things that you're about to do.
Absolutely. Don't mind the mess, but we were here at my garage. Some would even call it my house because I'm here so often. But we have my record-breaking 2020 C8 Corvette, my 2017 Ford Mustang that had a big block Ford 1471 huge root-style blower on. We have my 87 GNX that has a boat motor in it right now. So it's fake, so I don't feel bad about that, by the way, for the purists watching. This is my 1995 Nissan 240SX with the LS and my 79 twin-turbo 408 stroked Buick Regal. Yeah, this isn't everything.
This is crazy already, but this is not all your cars. What else do you have?
I also have my 21 Ford Bronco. I have my 2010 Ferrari 458, which just came out of paint, just pulled it out of LTMW for the Liberty Walk Silhouette GT kit that was just installed, and I wish it was here to show you, and it's currently at alignment.
Honestly, that car means so much to me because the first ever Liberty Walk 458 was honestly one of the biggest stories that I ever broke. That was the first ever JDM wide body that was debuted at the SEMA show. So we shot that in a matter of hours and then edited the photos right away and published it while it was getting transported to the SEMA show so we could break that story. Out of these, I've had a chance to photograph this.
Yes.
When you did Heads Up drag racing.
Yeah, I got kicked out because it ran too fast.
I had a chance to shoot this, which I named this Creamsicle because it looks like a creamsicle. Of course, I had a chance to shoot you in the S14 drift car.
At Willow Springs.
Yes, and also
This one.
Oh, it's this one. This is the one that I've shot.
This is the vehicle you shot.
This thing is crazy and actually recently caught on fire, right?
The 240 caught on fire. Technically, this also caught on fire. Man, I'm not selling myself too well right now.
So with that said, on that note, we're gonna go take these cars and we're gonna go cruise in the canyons, and that's it. That was the whole idea. I didn't even think that was a thing, but we're gonna do like an initial D inspiration cruise, I guess, in the canyons.
Yeah.
Except it's not tofu. What do we have in LA?
Corn cruise, because everything's the 85, right?
I got it. We can go home now. I got it. I got it. Hold on. We got all 6 cars.
No!
On the interchange.
What?
With downtown LA in the background. Right away.
I like how we all knew just to collect too.
Yeah. I don't know how, I mean, it's like we're a team or something, you know?
I went all the way through LA traffic because I was like, Larry Chan's gonna get one banger and then I'm gonna go home.
You can't plan for this. You can't plan for this.
You're like, all right, I'm out.
That's it. Later, guys. I'll go to the canyons.
Downtown LA in the background and everything. And also,
every car's lined up.
On top of that, there was no one behind us either.
You're looking like you're itching for a high five. You want one?
My My hand just kept going up and up and up and up. We got engagement shoots going up here. We got, I don't know, all these crazy cars whizzing by. But what a crazy time. That was so insane. I don't know how it was for you, but I looked back and I saw all 6 of these come into perfect formation for whatever reason.
I couldn't stop looking back.
It was so cool. What a scene.
I know, right? You're driving, you just see these JDM legends just next to you, all in the same color, all from the same era, and you're just geeking. Like I felt like such a kid again. It's such an incredible feeling.
The sun was setting, the light was good. I look back and I just see your big old smile through the windshield. Like we're all together. We all met because of a love for cars.
Yeah.
And you know, I wouldn't have met these other enthusiasts if it weren't for their car.
Really though, like cars are like an extension of family. The community is family, and it's like we all come together because of this passion and love we have for these pieces of metal, and it's incredible.
They're just so dumb. They're so dumb. So unfortunately yours
Speaking of dumb cars.
ran into a little minor issue.
Yeah.
It's fine when it's moving, but unfortunately the fans aren't kicking in, right?
Yeah, it appears that once we got up here, the fans just decided to stop working, but I think we caught it in time. Everything's fine.
As long as we're moving, if we keep the airflow going,
Yeah, we just gotta go fast enough.
it'll be fine. Yeah.
Autobots.
This drives like a normal car.
It drives really nice, right?
For how much you've done to it and how modified it is and how insane this thing is, it drives really nice. It's not that loud.
No.
It's a little stiff. I'm sure that's probably by design.
Choice. Yeah.
By choice.
This car is a dream car, 2 years in the making, and to be able to rip it up the canyons is great.
You have a couple things to button up on this thing, and then
Yes.
once it's done, what are you gonna do with it?
Just daily it. I think this is gonna be my daily driver. It's bar certified, it's completely street legal for how much of an insane build it is. And I just gotta rewire the fans, figure out why those shut off, but aside from that, we're good. I've been driving her with no issues for the past week in preparation for today.
For those of you guys who don't know, she's taken newer vehicles' entire drivetrain, including all the smog stuff, including all the cats,
Yep.
all of that stuff,
Even the gas tank.
even the gas tank,
Has to be a factory gas tank for the
because
car.
that's part of the emission system, the evap, all of that, moved it onto this car. So now this has become a 2007 Subaru STI.
Basically, yeah.
So this even has the 6-speed transmission
It
too.
does, and the DCCD controller right here where I can put the bias front and rear if I want to. Yeah.
That's
So
so
I can
cool.
do some drifty drifts, or I can do all-wheel drive and mob the canyons like today.
This wasn't built for any specific purpose other than just enjoying it, versus a lot of your cars, they seem to be very purpose-built for
Right.
the wow factor and also for competition. It has a lot of show, but it's mostly go.
So what I try to do and what my passion is building hero cars. I want to build something that's a staple, that hasn't necessarily been done before, that's loud, and most of the time I know what category of racing I want to do with it, be it drag racing, road racing, rally, whatever. This is more of a daily, but I'll probably end up rally racing her at some point, just for fun, because why not? But even my 240, it's been built for drift. But I like building these hero cars. I like building something wild that people don't often get the opportunity to see, and hopefully it inspires people.
Yeah, and that's really the main thing is, I mentioned this earlier about you inspiring the next generation, but I'm sure there's so many little girls that come up to you and tell you that they love watching you, they love seeing the builds, they love seeing you do what you love to do. Such a cool scene. You know, the thing is, it's also really dawned on me how much of an eclectic car collection you have. They're all over the place. There's no rhyme or reason why you have anything.
I want to dabble in everything.
That's the cool thing about it. It's not like you're just locked into one type of car.
Yeah.
You just have a little bit of everything. And then also you go extreme, which is great because you get to really experience every single one of the cars.
Yeah, you know, life is short. I want to experience everything. I want to try new things, and that's what keeps everything so fresh and new.
Well, thank you so much for bringing out your GM. This thing
Absolutely.
is so cool. Like when I look at it, I picture it being on a rally stage because it's just, I don't know, that's what it's built for, right? It's just so cool. It was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed all the pictures. Where can everyone follow you?
Oh, you guys can go to my YouTube, Emilia Hartford, Emelia, or missms.amelia on Instagram.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys for watching my new Hagerty show. I really wanted to feature automotive trendsetters in our generation. Without Pennzoil, this series wouldn't be possible. They are enthusiasts like us, they believe in car culture, and they want to keep it alive. Pennzoil supports a lot of racing, drifting, and hill climb, and everything in between. They also support a lot of our friends. On top of that, we run Pennzoil in all of our project cars. I hope you like this content because we have a lot coming your way.